Before I came to Family Promise, I had lost my kids to DCS. I was in my 3rd trimester of my pregnancy. I was divorced and homeless.
Family Promise of Hendricks County has been around for about 8 years. We've been providing services for the last 6 years in Hendricks County. And we provide housing and support services for families and individuals who are experiencing homelessness or who are about to become homeless.
And when I got here, they opened their doors to me, and they put me in a motel for a week, or a hotel, until they had an opening for me.
You know, the traditional model for homelessness is kind of like you put all your energy and your effort into the crisis, which is the homelessness. While that's a part of our program, it's not the biggest part of our program. We really, really want to work to prevent that homelessness from occurring. And if it does recur, we get families, quickly rehouse those families, and then we follow up with lots of stability services so that they can stay in their home. Because it's not just one thing that has to happen. I mean, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of moving pieces in people's lives. You know, no one chooses to be in the situation that they are, but there's definitely some factors that we can see, that we know that we can work to fix in order for them to become stable.
Right away, when I joined their program, I found a job at a warehouse. They guided me in the right direction, and I was working 60 hours a week. And then when I saved up enough money, they found me a homeless set-aside unit.
Every residential family that we have actually goes into their own home. So we're not a traditional shelter where often you kind of just hang around and wait for life to get better, but it's a housing program. So when the families come, they leave into their own home. And we always joke the only way you're getting out of here is into your own house, and that's what it is for many families in our community.
They pulled strings with DCS that I wasn't able to pull. And after I got into my apartment, I got my kids back, and I had the baby. And they furnished my apartment thoroughly. And I don't know where I would be without them. They saved my life. And they helped me get on my feet when I was on the ground. They deserve a lot of recognition, and they deserve all the help they can get to help other families, like they helped me. I don't know, I probably wouldn't have even had my kids back by now if it wasn't for them. They're like the mom I never had. Yeah.
You know, often we think about the opposite of being poor is being rich, but at Family Promise, the opposite of poor isn't rich. The opposite of poor is dignity. So we work really, really hard to help our families find dignity, and whatever that looks like for them. And that's really where our focus is. Because of COVID, everything has changed in our world. The level of need has dramatically increased. The desperation that people are feeling and available resources have shrunk. But one area that hasn't lessened in our community is that of the support of the Community Foundation. They continue to support our programming and our work. They continue to believe in us. We wouldn't simply be where we are right now without the support of the Community Foundation. And you know, it's not just the funds. It's the feeling that there's always someone there. If we feel like things are rough, or we don't know how we're going to deal with this, or we don't know how we're going to push through a certain time period of our organization, we knew that we always would have the support of the Community Foundation when it was needed. And it's made a big difference in our organization.